Hi everybody, welcome to Sunshine Chat. Today I'm going to read to you a poem and it's called Awaken Me. Risen One, come meet me in the garden of my life. Lure me into elation, revive my silent hope, coax my dormant dreams, raise up my neglected gratitude, entice my tired enthusiasm, give life to my faltering relationships, roll back the stone of my indifference, unwrap the deadness of my spiritual life, impart heartiness to my work. O risen one, send me forth as a disciple with unwavering love, a messenger of your unlimited joy. Resurrected one, may I become ever more convinced that your presence lives on and on and on and on. Awaken me, awaken me. Now, that's a beautiful poem, but I'm going to go back a little bit. And there are words, come. It's an invitation from God. It's freely given from God. And then we hear the word lure. God lures us into joy when we follow him. And what do we want to revive? Perhaps our silence about things we need not be silent about. And then God says, I'll coax you. He gives us all these wonderful dreams that can come true. And then the promise of raising. And whenever we are raised up, be grateful for those small, little, everyday, ordinary, and very human risings that we have. And then God entices us with our enthusiasm. He says, look out into the world and see my love everywhere you go, in the flowers and the little animals. And let us roll back that stone of indifference. And we all have some kind of a stone, maybe a pebble, a stone or two, or a boulder in our life that we need to roll back. And let us unwrap our spiritual life every day, not just in a prayer said, but rather in a prayer lived. So God sends us forth as disciples with unwavering love, and we become messengers with unlimited joy. Oh, resurrected one, may we become more convinced of your presence. And that's how we awake to God's love. We see God's presence. You know, the people went to the tomb early that morning. They saw the empty tomb. They had great joy. The Lord was not there. They realized he had kept his promise. How do we go out into the world and tell others by the way we live of God's promise? When we find the stone rolled away, we realize that that is what held them back from life. So when we roll our stones away, we realize that is what held us back from life. And so we can smile and become better truth sharers with open hearts, and that we will see God even in the parts of life that we so easily want to push aside. Let us roll away the stones of unloving and push back rocks of discontent and shove unnecessary worries aside. You know, God asks us to love everyone, and we need to do that. Let us be set free. God sets free our spirit to be the Easter glory lived and shared in this humble soul that you and I dwell. So Easter brings amazement. Go out today or tomorrow and look at the colors of nature, ever so bright. Let our attitudes be as bright as those colors in the world. Easter meaning, it's the meaning of resurrection, where you and I will tend to the wounds in our society with compassion, will tend to the wounds with comfort of loss, will tend to the wounds of our humanity with understanding. Risen Lord, you are the teacher of love. Send forth in us a blessing for each one of us so that we can create hearts of joyous celebration. When we do that, you know what happens? You let the sunshine of God's love in. Happy Easter time, everybody.